In your writing, you're very honest about your life, what you're doing, what you're up to, and you've said that you're a perfectionist. But then in that same article, you said, I realise I use the word perfectionist to cover up for the fact that I'm a commitment phobe.
Yeah, so, I think the two go together, and perfectionism and indecision very much go together.
Right.
A lot of people can get stalled in their decision making because they are looking for the perfect outcome.
Yes.
And for me, I've been in that cycle for quite a long time with my living conditions, and for a very, very long time. I can make decisions with my business and with work and all of that, but when it comes to my private life, I can't even decide what toothpaste to buy. It's ridiculous.
Where does that come from, do you reckon?
Well, I think it comes from, in my case, a few commitment issues. I've described myself as like one of those dogs that circles around and around and around trying to find the perfect spot to sit down.
Yeah, right.
And I've been doing that for a number of years.
Yeah, right.
Moving around, trying to work out where it is I belong, where home is. So I think the article you're referring to is my whole thing about buying a couch.
Yes, like you literally sat on the floor for like 7 months.
Oh, longer than that. It was a year and a half.
A year and a half with no couches. You're back so shocking.
Well, funny thing is, I grew up in my family where we really didn't have couches. We sat on the floor as well.
Wow.
We had old bits of carpet that Dad would find, and that's what we sort of sat on. So I'm not entirely comfortable sitting on couches. Maybe that's got a little bit to do with it. I think it's more though a commitment issue.
Do you want to get on the floor now? Are you uncomfortable?
No, I'm
I've seen
I'm
you
comfortable
eyeing it
enough.
off.
Yeah, no, that's right. I think it's something that I've had to explore, and it sounds ridiculous. People have all kinds of issues. For me, my commitment, indecision, perfectionism kind of triad it can actually stall me, and it drives me mental. It drives my friends mental.
Yeah, right.
And sometimes I've got to do these really, really big dramatic things like, bang, I'm going to move to Byron, or bang, I'm going to do this. And I just have to break out of it. And I've got to, it's sort of, I don't know, it's a real challenge. The couch thing is perfectionism. it's not knowing where I want to settle because, you know, packing up and leaving and moving a couch with me, gosh, you know.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of,
Do the things like your commitment issues with things like, you know, couches, buying things, does that flow on to relationships as well with the people in your life?
Well, I guess you could probably take a look at the fact that I've been single for 6.5 years and sort of see a little bit of a theme emerging. I mean, when I've been in relationships, they've been long-term and very, very committed. I've lived with them. We've travelled together. It's been very committed.
But there's still the travelling in there. Maybe it's the staying put in the one house.
There's a lot of that. I'm very good with change. I'm very good at adjusting.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had a really busy last couple of years, and that's where life has taken me. And, you know, I haven't had children. I haven't found a partner. But I've had this incredible journey, and I've been able to create other things, and I wouldn't have been able to do it if I'd had a sort of a demanding partner and children. It just wouldn't have been possible. So, you know, life, you don't know where life's going to,
you never know, do you?
you know, plonk you. And in my case, I've been plonked doing this.
And
I'm very grateful.